Hello, this is O Morgan from O Morgan Studios, and today we're going to O Morgan Labs, and we're going to take a square root by hand. This is like part two. Part one, if you've seen my other video, I started with something kind of easy that you knew. Square root of 144, that's 12. And if we just represent the two digits by letters A and B, you can rewrite 12 as 10A plus B. You go down here and you can realize, hey, 144 equals just 10A plus B squared, okay? And then from that, you can think about a square, okay? If you represented 10A plus B as the lengths of sides of a square, you would have 10A being like the leading part, and then you have this B being kind of like the extra, okay? So this is just review of what we did already. Now I have to correct myself. I had a mistake right here, like that. That's supposed to be like that, okay? And then I had a sidebar. I think I erased it. No, I didn't. Okay, here. I said, what if you have something like the square root of 2? You would have to multiply it by 100. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do the square root of 2, okay? So all this is from the other video. This is the new video. Square root of 2. You want to know what the square root of 2 is. To use this method, what I call the binomial square method, you have to have 3 digits, okay? No more, no less. And to make your number 3 digits, you either have to multiply it by 100 or divide it by 100 or some squared power, right? 10 squared is 100, 100 squared is whatever 100 squared is. It has to be in terms of squares, okay? So what we do is we say square root of 200, okay? And we have to remember whatever our AB is, we have to divide that by 10 or move the decimal place one spot, okay? It's gonna be like AB, if you can understand that. But let's just do it and you'll get the drift. Square root of 2, so we're going square root of 200 equals 10A plus B squared. Remember the square, and 10A and B being parts of a square, and the 10A and then the 20B or 20AB plus B squared is the little dotted part. Okay, so let's go. So we have 100 A squared. I'm just multiplying out the binomial. Plus 20 AB plus B squared equals 200. Okay. Now let's just focus in on this part here. So we have 100 A squared is less than or equal to 200. Okay, we're trying to figure out what A is. A must be an integer. That's our little side note. A has to be an integer. And what's the number closest to, but not going over, to get 200? Well, A equals 1. Because if equals 2, then that would be 400. That's way over. So A equals 1 is the closest number. So we have what A is. Okay? So after we do that, we plug it back in to our original. Okay? So that would be 100. So what you have to do, you have to say 200 minus, I'm just going to write it like this. Okay? And if A is 1, that equals 100. Okay, so we have 100 left over. So that's what's going to be left over for our rest of our calculation. So we're done with that. Okay, so what's left? It's the 20ab plus b squared equals, and then we put our 100 that's left over right there. Okay, a is 1. A is 1. So I'm doing like 2 or 3 steps at a time. 20 plus b. I'm distributing out the extra b and multiplying by the 1 at the same time. Okay, and so we go less than or equal to 100. So we do the similar thing like we did for a. Okay, what number will give us a number equal to or a little less than 100? What number will give us the closest thing? 2. 2 would be 44. 3, 4, okay, 5. 20 times 5 is 100. But we have this extra little b here, so that's not going to work. So we have to do 4. Okay, so b is 4. So we have 24 times 4. So 24 times 4, that's 16. Carry the 1, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, it's 96. All right, so we have a remainder here. It's not like a perfect square. So what we have so far is 14. Okay, 14 is our number, and then it's going to be point, we don't know. Okay, so how do we keep going? Well, what we do is we say our new a is 1, 4. Okay, new a. But in order to do this, you have to multiply by 100. See, it's that same idea of multiplying by 100 or multiplying by 10. 100 in the radical is 10 outside the radical. Okay, so if we say our new a is 14, then we have to multiply this number by 100, the number we have left over. Okay, so now 20 AB, we do like part B. Again, we just keep doing this part B over and over until you get the number of accuracy that you want. Is less than or equal to 96. And then, like I said, we had to multiply by 100 because our answer, our new A, is A went from 1 to 14. So that's went up by a factor of 10. But if you put it under the radical, it's 100. You get it? Okay, keep going. So our new A is 14. So we have to go 20 times 14 plus B, I'm skipping steps, is less than or equal to 9,600. Okay? Okay, so 10 times 14 is 140. 140 times 2 is 280. That's just a trick mental math. 10 times 14 is 140 times 2 is 280. Plus B times B less than or equal to 9,600. Now you have to take an idea from when you were dividing big numbers. You have to estimate, okay? If we round this up to 300, and we round this up to 10,000, 3 times 3 would be 9, 3 times 4, so we would try 3. See how that works? You're kind of looking at those numbers, okay? Or 100, like that. So it'd be 3 and then 100. Wait a minute, let me go back. Hope I didn't mess up. 96. Oh, yes I did. We have to subtract this number. Okay, so we have to end up with 4. So 96. So this is really, I messed up. Excuse me. That would be 4. Because I knew I messed up because the numbers weren't working out. Okay. And that's 4. Okay, now it works. So you estimate, and so you kind of look at it like that. And so 3 times 1 would be 4. 3 times 2, you'd overshoot if it's 4. So let's try 3. So 283. So 283 times 3. That's 9, 24, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, that doesn't work. That's too much. Oh, that's too much. This is by hand, so this is how it works. So it's not 3, so it's 2. So 282 times 2, and that's 4, 16, 4, 5. Well, 2 is too much. So the next number is 1. So I did that. You're supposed to be able to round it up and stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I just messed up again right there. And then, yeah, 3. So that would be 1. I don't know why I said 4 or 3 or whatever I said. I may have to redo this video. B is 1. Our new B is 1. So we have 281 less than or equal to 400. So we subtract the 281. We want to keep going. 9, 1, 3, 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, 119. So our new number is 14.1. Okay, so there's more numbers out there that we could do. If we just keep doing that, multiply by 100, and then the new A would be 141, and keep going. But I think you get the gist of what we're doing. Okay, so our number so far is 14.1, and we know we have some more numbers. But if you remember, if we go back, remember what we said. We said that since we did the new A, we had to multiply by a 10, right? We've already multiplied by 10 at the beginning. So we moved the decimal place to, or we moved the decimal place to two spots. Okay. So that's the A, the new A, and then that's the new B. Okay. I may have to redo this video. I made so many mistakes. But since we had to move twice. Okay. So that means we have to move decimal twice. We did 2 steps. Okay. First step, we said we went from square root of 2 to 200. That's 1. And then we went from 1, 4, from A being 1 to A being 14. So that's another one. So we went twice. So you move the decimal 2 places. Okay, 1, 2. So our answer is 1.0. 1.41. Square root of 2, 1.41. Okay, it looks complicated, but once you get the idea, it's hard to forget it. Okay, the whole idea of it is this is a lot of computation, but it's easier to remember because if you go back, you can remember you can say, wait a minute, I know it has something to do with the sides of a square, and you can think about, okay, it's some type of binomial, and then you can think about, okay, I remember, setting it up, square root of 144, and hopefully doing these two examples, you'll always have a way to take the square root. And as a bonus, we can go down. You can take the cube root. I'm not going to do it here because my time is running out. You can take the cube root of 144, but what you would have to do, you'd have to say 10a plus b cubed equals 144. Use Pascal's triangle to factor that out, right? Use Pascal's triangle to factor that out, and you'd have something like 10 cubed, 1, 2, 3, a cubed, plus blah, 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 blah. And you would do your same thing, 1,000 a cubed, less than or equal to. For this one, it has to be uh, 3 digits. Okay, has to be 3 digits. Let me do it like this, because you have to move it 3 places. A cubed less than or equal to 1.44, and then your a would be 1. You would go through the whole process over again. And then when you do your new a, I know this is a lot. I'm not really doing the whole thing. I'm just showing you kind of like the steps. Your new a, if you had a new a, 1x, right? It would be, you would have to add 3 zeros to whatever your leftover number was, if you can understand that. Okay, I'll try to do one more video on cubed, because these numbers, they just get bigger and bigger. But you can do that. It's just simple division, and you just divide it by 1 digit. It's like 5,000 divided by 4 or something like that. You can do that. Anybody can do that. It just takes time. Okay, not complicated, but just kind of simple math over and over again. All right, Old Morgan Labs, I hope you learned something. Enjoy and subscribe.